It is indeed a pleasure to welcome everyone here to the groundbreaking of the School of Nursing. Indeed, a pleasure. After following our TMCF this morning, I'm not sure where to begin, but it is indeed a pleasure to see who's who in our audience today. So please give all of yourselves a round of applause. So if you thought that this project was important, just like our architect got started right away, we told him on Friday that he got it. He started on Monday and has not stopped. Hence, you see that we have some ground that we have been working very, very diligently on, and even the skies have not been able to stop him. So this afternoon, good afternoon, it's a pleasure to welcome our Lieutenant Governor, Tregenza Roach, our President, Dr. David Hall, and Marilyn Brathwaite Hall, all of his two children, Sakile and Rasan. Okay, yeah, there you go. Attorney Rasan. Okay, all right. So we have a number of our senators present. Senate President Novelle Francis, former not president. Yeah, you were president one time. Right. Former Senator Vialet. We have there we go. Senator Maurice James, Frankie. Frankie Johnson, Diane Capehart. Okay. Any other senators that I'm missing? And all the others who are well-wishing from away. We also have in our audience today the president from and these are a lot of notes, Mr. Harry Williams, is that correct? And Dr. Robin Williams. Okay, very good, excellent. Thank you for joining from the TMCF, Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Yes, thank you so much for your words and your encouragement this morning and all the work that you do. And thank you for being here at this historically black college and university and what was said, the only HBCU in the Caribbean. Lots of notes. Okay, there we go. And we also have our commissioner, okay, Justa Tita Encarnacion. Okay. Doctor, okay. We have the chairman of the hospital board, Mr. Chris Finch. Our JFL CEO, nurses, please look back. That could be your future, boss. Mr. Doug Cook. Okay. Assistant Commissioner of Health, Ruben Malloy. Our Board of Trustee, our Vice Chair, Ms. Oran Roebuck. Okay, we have a couple cabinet members in the audience, and so we have our VP for Administration and Finance, our CFO, Ms. Shirley Lay King. We have our Dean of Students, Dr. Colvin Georges Jr. Right behind him, we have our very prestigious Ms. Yuna Dyer, Director of Presidential Operations. Yeah, I won't tell you how many calls I got from her between yesterday and today. You guys saw her pulling me aside up here? All right, okay, she is in charge. And all of you, oh, my dear husband is in the back, Mr. Aubrey Washington. Of course, our faculty from the School of Nursing. Our students. Oh my gosh! Our faculty and staff, our dean from the School of Business is here. Mr. Valdemar Hill, thank you for being here. And all our staff, Please stand. Hey! All right, it's amazing. It's amazing. You can tell how important this project is to our university, to our community, when you see so many who's who in our audience. So this is indeed a pleasure to be here. And so my name is Narita Washington. I will serve as your mistress of ceremony, and I have been given strict orders to please perform this in 35 minutes. So we are going to move right along and officially to welcome and to give remarks, we're going to call on our president, Dr. David Hall.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. Thanks to all of you for being here. This is such a special day, as I said earlier in the morning, but it is special because we are doing something that is going to benefit generations to come. I think all of you understand how critical healthcare is to the Virgin Islands. The nurses that we produce at this university go on to serve this community in the hospitals, in clinics, in so many different settings. And we want to ensure that they are being trained in facilities that are the best that one can provide, because they are the best that we have. And so behind you, in months to come, will come out of the earth a facility that will train not only our existing nurses, but will train nurses into the future. We are all going to try to be brief. It is hard for me to do that, but I'm going to try my best. There are a number of connections that I hope you can see which has brought this day into existence. And it is not an accident that Dr. Harry Williams from the Thurgood Marshall College Fund is here, that our senators and former senator and Lieutenant Governor representing the executive branch are here, because it is a combination of all of those forces that have allowed us to be at this particular point so quickly. Because of the advocacy of Dr. Williams at TMCF and a number of other stakeholders for HBCUs, the federal government, through Congress and through the president at that time, signed a bill that forgave HBCUs who participated in the capital finance program their loans. That freed up debt service so that HBCUs could do other things. In some states, legislators began to look at that freed up debt service and said, we want that back. But this local government, starting with Senator Violet, who was chair of finance at that time, but also the rest of the Senate at that time, Governor Bryan, all agreed that those funds can be put to use to make the university stronger. And the one project that I promised them that we would do with those funds was build a new School of Nursing facility. If the advocacy on the federal level didn't occur and the support on the local level didn't occur, this day would not be here. So it is just a powerful example of when the federal government, the local government, universities work together, we can make a difference. And I want to thank all of them who are here for that type of support, because it doesn't happen in every state and in every situation. Second, I want to indicate that it is not an accident that we have located or will be locating this facility next to the Medical Simulation Center. And I hope some of you who were here earlier got a chance to tour that facility to see how cutting edge it is. We want our nursing students to take advantage of all of the technology that exists there. And we want in the future for our medical students and our nursing students to be trained together, because the future of healthcare is one of teams working together to provide the best care for human beings possible. And so this is a really, really powerful day. We have representatives from across the healthcare community. We have our students and faculty and staff here. And I just want to indicate to all of you how proud I am that we have worked together to transform the future of the Virgin Islands. The last thing I will say is there are times when you have groundbreaking ceremonies and nothing has happened. We selected a contractor who was already at work. He beat us to this ceremony. And I am glad about that because I want us to move as expeditiously as we can to bring this facility into reality. So thank you from the depths of my heart. There's so much more I could say, but I see Narita coming close. So I am going to stop here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And so before I forget, as Dr. Hall mentioned, you know, there was a lot of work that went into this before. And as I'm looking around, because she's sitting in my blind spot, is actually our architect, Miss Renee Diadamo. Also one who understood the task and the stride that we had to follow in. And so she got it done very quickly. And so working very closely with Desmond Celestine from DSNR Construction. At this time, we do want to say that our Dean of the School of Nursing is unfortunately away. She is actually making a presentation in Texas. And so we're really happy for her. Unfortunate that she is not going to be here today, but we are going to take some lovely pictures. You all saw the students, right? So we have our faculty member, Ms. Jeanette Bowers, and two of the student representatives, Canisia Hendricks and Ashley Ravarier, who will come up to the podium now and offer some remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm very honored that all of you are here today. The School of Nursing is much needed. As you know, we're in a modular building or facility right now for about 30 years, historically, and so we're very happy that we're going to have this building. I want to honor the students for being here. A short ask, and they showed up in their uniforms. They've been at it this morning. Since 8 a.m., maybe you're up all night, I don't know, but they had an exam this morning, a tough one, and then they had their lecture, and then they made time for us. So thank you. And I'd like to then just have the students say a few words.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, and fellow students. My name is Canisia. I am the junior student representative. Today marks a monumentous occasion in the history of the University of the Virgin Islands. We gather here to celebrate the groundbreaking of our new nursing school, a venture that promises to usher in a new era of excellence and innovation in healthcare education. The state-of-the-art nursing school is not just a symbol of progress, but a testament to our commitment to the future of nursing education in the Virgin Islands. It is a beacon of hope for aspiring nurses and a testament to our unwavering dedication to health and well-being of our community. One of the many reasons we are excited about this new facility is its capacity to benefit our students. The new simulation labs, equipped with cutting-edge technology, will provide our students with a unique and immersing learning experience. These labs will offer a safe environment where students can develop and refine their clinical skills, ultimately ensuring that they are well equipped and prepared to provide high-quality care in real-world healthcare settings. Additionally, the spacious classrooms within this new building will accommodate a generous number of students fostering a collaborative and supportive learning environment. With the increasing demand for nursing professionals, this expansion ensures that we can educate and empower more students to meet the healthcare needs of our community. But it doesn't stop there. The inclusion of storage and observation rooms within this facility adds another layer of value to our nursing program. These spaces will enhance our students' ability to engage in practical, hands-on learning and provide invaluable insights for their clinical practice. Moreover, this groundbreaking event signifies a significant step forward for the University of the Virgin Islands as a whole. It showcases our institution's commitment to providing world-class education and will undoubtedly elevate our reputation and standing within the academic community. As a nursing student, I am truly excited about the tremendous potential that this new school offers. I eagerly anticipate the positive impact that it will have on our educational journey and the future of nursing in the Virgin Islands. It is a testament to the remarkable opportunities that await us, and I am confident that it will empower us to become compassionate, skilled, and dedicated healthcare professionals. In closing, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the individuals who have made this endeavor possible. From our university administration to the esteemed leaders of our community, including the governor and senators. Your vision, dedication, and support have made this dream a reality. Together, we embark on a new journey that will shape the future of healthcare in the Virgin Islands. Thank you, and may this new nursing school be a beacon of knowledge, compassion, and healing for generations to come.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, good afternoon. Today is a momentous occasion as we gather here to celebrate the groundbreaking of our new nursing building. This facility represents a significant milestone in our commitment to providing a top-notch education for our future nurses. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to all the nurses who have dedicated their lives to caring for others. Your tireless efforts, compassion, and expertise make a tremendous difference in the lives of our patients and their families. With this new building, we are opening doors to endless possibilities for our nursing students. It will serve as a hub of innovation, equipped with the latest technology and resources to enhance their learning experience. From simulation labs to interactive classrooms, this facility will offer a dynamic environment where students can develop their skills and knowledge to become exceptional healthcare professionals. The impact of this new building on our new students cannot be overstated. It will provide them with a space where they can collaborate, engage in hands-on learning, and cultivate their passion for nursing. They will have access to cutting-edge equipment and technology, enabling them to gain practical experience that will prepare them for the challenges of their future careers. Moreover, this building will foster a sense of community among our students. It will serve as a gathering place for networking, mentorship, support, and creating strong foundations for their journey in the nursing profession. The opportunities for growth and development that this building will offer are truly remarkable. As we break ground today, let us remember the incredible impact this new nursing building will have on the lives of our new students. It will empower them to make a difference in the lives of countless patients and communities. In conclusion, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to all the individuals and organizations who have made this project possible. Your generosity and belief in the power of nursing have brought us to this momentous occasion. Together, let us continue to build a brighter future for healthcare, one nurse at a time.
Hi, thank you. One of the things I'm going to say, luckily you guys don't have the program, so I'm going to be able to change it, and you all won't know, right? So we're going to ask for your indulgence. We're going to do two more presentations, and then we're going to do a symbolic groundbreaking because I do have some individuals who need to catch a flight. Okay, so my apologies, but then we will come back and we'll get to all of those who are listed on the program. Okay, so but you don't have a program, so. All right, so at this time, so you just heard from our students and their vision of what this building means to them. And so we are so pleased to call upon the Commissioner of Health, who was also the Director of Health Services at the university for a period of time, to be able to share some brief comments.
She was clear on the brief comments. Good afternoon, everyone. Of course, protocol has been established, but LT, Lieutenant Governor, I always want to recognize you, of course, Senate President and President Hall and Dr. Braithwaite, as well as each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I got the email, and I have to tell you, from the time the email was sent to me, I've been smiling because this is truly a happy occasion for me. Yes, I was the first healthcare supervisor on St. Croix campus. I moved back home for that reason. But I'm also a graduate of the University of the Virgin Islands. So I want to say to the students that spoke, you guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. And so there's not much that needs to be said after you did. But I do want to, before I go into the significance of the health services area, to say to you, first of all, to correct Narita, the hospital is not the only place that you can work, okay? So knock on the Department of Health's door. Public health is awesome. I started off as an inpatient nurse working in areas as pediatric nursing, just one pediatric hospital, which was really and truly a significant moment in my life to be able to do. But coming back home and working with our entities is just wonderful. But coming into public health and noting the span of work that public health actually has to take over is something that I want each and every one of you, get your inpatient, because that's important, but come and knock on the door to public health as well. Okay, that's critical as well. When I first came to work, my office was in the building up on the top in the Great House. But I actually didn't have that as my office. I did a lot of walking. So my office was actually all around. I spent time into the nursing building, into classes. I was actually even asked to teach. I did the clinical lab, but I also was asked to teach freshman development, which allowed me to get closer to the students coming in and do a lot of training with them as well. So the health services supervisor in the department at UVI takes on an expanded role. I actually welcome the adults to come to knock on my door as well. And so knowing that there is a specific area that's segmented just for the nursing the health focus of it is really important. And first, one of the things that it does is it tells you that a nurse isn't just a nurse is a nurse. I always say that. First of all, you have your specialty areas, and I'm speaking mainly to the nurses, and please bear with me, but my love is right here. You can do anything. I know that you could go back, but as far as maybe 10, 12 years, we've had 3 commissioners of health that have been nurses. 3. And I'm sure that there have been more, but you can do anything as a nurse. And, you're reading, and one of the things, right, that linking the simulation center and the medical labs to where nursing is going to be, I always say also, Dr. Hill, how are you? I always say that nursing needs, from the theoretical standpoint, it's important for us to be teachers. It's important for us to have the knowledge, not just to say that we are nurses, but who we are as nurses. We are educational, and we have learned it. We are bright individuals. We are caring individuals. And that compassion and caring linked with the theory is what makes us the greatest. Not just that we clean, not that we empty bedpans, but that we are knowledgeable and we worked hand in hand with physicians. I could tell you, working in a teaching hospital, and that's what we're looking at, nurses teaches physicians to do what they have to do. Okay? So, okay, Narita is next to me. Come, Narita. We work together at UVI as well, so. So really and truly, this is awesome to have the opportunity to speak, but I'm happy that not only the School of Nursing, but also the healthcare facility is going to be joined with it because it means a lot. So thank you all.
And quite a vision. President Hall would not have it any other way. So we were able to get it, and thank you for the support. At this time, we are going to call on Senate President Novell Francis to offer some, did I say brief remarks?
Thank you very much, Mistress of Ceremony. I don't know about being brief because today is our day to gloat. Pleasant good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Roach. My colleagues of the 35th Legislature of the Virgin Islands, we have the Honorable Maurice C. James, Esquire, with us, Franklin D. Johnson, and of course, we have Diane T. Capehart with us, as well as retired, soon to come back, hard-working, former Senator Kurt A. VLA. Good afternoon, as well as, of course, to the first family of UVI, Dr. Hall, Dr. Brathwaite Hall, and as well as their children, Madam Vice President, Orin Roebuck, Vice Chair, Orin Roebuck, Dr. Williams. Welcome. Family, friends, well-wishers, student, faculty, and staff, good afternoon. I'm honored to be here today on behalf of the members of the 35th Legislature to extend best wishes to Dr. Hall, President of the University of the Virgin Islands, members of the Board of Trustees, nursing faculty and staff, students, and all involved in today's accomplishment. As a son of a public health nurse, I'm honored to be a part of today's groundbreaking ceremony for the School of Nursing building here at the Albert Sheen Campus. As a young boy, my late mother and her fellow nurses stood larger than life, skillfully dispensing care and compassion. Then and now, these homegrown nurses prove that they are the foundation of healthcare in our community. This is why this School of Nursing building is so important. Since taking office in the 31st Legislature, I've attended the nursing pinning ceremony here at UVI. It's always a proud moment to congratulate the students who have chosen this vocation and work hard to attain their nursing education. The nurses educated at the University of the Virgin Islands are second to none. Let me say that again. They're second to none. It's important that we support the students who have chosen the honorable profession. As a freshman senator, I joined my colleagues in sponsoring Act number 7828, which, by the way, was the primary sponsor of Senator Kurt A. VLA, again, to establish the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program here at the St. Croix campus. In the 34th Legislature, I was proud to join in passing Act 8479, which appropriated over $3.6 million for the construction of the School of Nursing building. My colleagues and I have never wavered in our support of UVI and its nursing program. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for the distinction of being friends of UVI so that we could become alumni. We're encouraged by the many ways this new facility will support the education and training of future nurses, who will continue to get the best education in a state-of-the-art facility right here at home. This is how we grow our nurses' profession and meeting the demands of healthcare, by removing the barriers to education and making a top-notch education affordable and accessible. And I'm sure that the Lieutenant Governor will speak a little bit about free tuition as well. Today's groundbreaking is the beginning of a transformation era, not only for the University of the Virgin Islands, but for current and future nursing professionals in the territory, in the Caribbean, and in the nation. This School of Nursing building is a hop, skip, and a jump away from the new Simulation Center and the important work that will happen there. The new Wang F. Louis Hospital is being designed and built, and we look forward to the new Dr. Donna Christensen Public Health Facility, which will replace the Charles Howard Memorial Complex. We are in a healthcare renaissance, and UVI is poised to create the education this and future generations of healthcare professionals who will serve our community. I speak for the members of the 35th Legislature in congratulating the leadership team, faculty, and staff of the University of the Virgin Islands, and today's accomplishment is owed to the innovation and determination. And in conclusion, I want to say while Dr. Hall is finishing up, or let me say that again, while he thinks he's winding down, but he's really finishing up on a number of projects and checking off the box. And the replacement of Dr. Hall would be indeed difficult for us to find. Thank you so much, Dr. Hall, for your contribution to the Virgin Islands community. Congratulations to all. Thank you very much.
Hi. And as we've made the mention, thank you for your remarks, and as we've made the mention of how close the proximity to the simulation center, I do want to say we will have a pedestrian bridge connecting the building to the adjacent UVI Medical Center. At this time, we are going to call none other than our former Senator, Kurt Viele.
Good afternoon, everyone. Protocol having been established, but I'd like to extend greetings to Lieutenant Governor Trigan Saroch. Today's a special day. When I got the email, I was in Fort Lauderdale, and I said to my wife, wow, and she said, why are you so excited? And I said, we're going to break ground on the nursing building for the Sheen Campus. We were elected back in the 31st legislature. Senator Francis and myself were there. And we had a chance to meet Dr. Hall going to Tampa, to Camels, to look at the simulation center. And we came back, and I reached out to Dr. Hall, and I said, we need a BSN program at St. Croix. We need a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. This associate ain't kicking it for me. It's unfair for the students of UVI to have to go to St. Thomas in order to earn a BSN. Give me a price. How much is it going to cost? One thing that the Hall is good at is giving a price. So I expected to wait like 2 or 3 months. In like 2 weeks, he was here. And he's really good at price because he detailed everything. Cost of staff, equipment, etc. It was somewhere around $400 and something thousand. He said, I need this money every year. I said, not a problem. So we went back, we were doing budget markup. I made it a line item. Colleagues supported me, and we established a BSN program and have funded that program from 2016 until now. So fast forward a little bit. I wrote him again. I said, Dr. Hall, give me the cost for MSW, Masters in Social Work. We need to establish that here at the University of the Virgin Islands because we need social workers in Department of Health, Correction, etc. Give me a price. Again, 2 weeks. Bam, he gave me a price. He included, you got to worry about the accreditation. I need more money to get it accredited, so you need to give me this. I was like, oh, my God. We got it passed. The Masters in Social Work program is now accredited in a short period of time, a very short period of time. So we went back to the table, and Dr. Hall called me, and we had a meeting in the Great House. I don't know if you remember, me and you alone. So he gave me the good news. Debt service has been forgiven. So I was like, yes, we have $3 million more that we could spend for the general fund. So he said, I have a request. I need you to leave the money with the university. I said, what are you going to do with it? And he gave me a line of, he's good at that. He gave me a line of items. So I said, you know what, Doc? Put in a school of nursing. Put in a building. Tell me for sure that you're going to build a building, and I will make sure you get these monies. And he said, deal. In a short period of time, again, everything was outlined for the school of nursing building. And he now had to go and get money. That's where you got the money from? Okay. Because we were just providing the debt service. So I told him, go and get the money. After you get the money, we're going to make sure we pay on the debt service. Just go and get the money because you're going to get it at a better interest rate. So thank God you guys are here. Go and get the money. You know, and he went, and he got the money, and we're going to have a school of nursing building on St. Croix, moving out of trailers. That is a tremendous accomplishment. In closing, I want to applaud the nursing program. You guys are in one of the hardest majors, not on St. Croix, no, any place. And the St. Croix program, tough. Nurse Lancico, tough, right? It's a very, very, very challenging program. But nursing programs need to be challenging because you have people's lives in their hand every single day. So it needs to be challenging. But I want to applaud UVI because our passage rate and NCLEX is up there. And I know the first 5 that took the exam from the class that just graduated, I know those first 5 passed. I'm trying to get the other statistic. How many? 4? 3. 3 more passed. So we have already 8 that passed NCLEX. That passage rate is already above 50%. How many graduated? No, but for this year class. Okay. Find a program. Caribbean, even on the mainland, find a program where the passage rate is 90%, 95%. But we don't look at those little factors. You know, so I tell the students, the program is tough, but you know what? We want you to pass NCLEX. Because if you go back to before we started that program, we had a number of students that went to an institution in Puerto Rico, and I won't call the name, and they came back and they were unable to pass NCLEX. Maybe 1 out of 20 was passing. And that is why we wanted the BSN on St. Croix so that we can make sure that our local graduates can pass NCLEX and be employed. Lastly, Mr. Cook, the CEO, he came from the mainland and we met with him and I told him, listen, and this was at the time Diamond Williams was there, you need to offer every single graduate a job. And not a job a year after. As soon as they graduate, you need to make them an offer as a student nurse so they could be employed until they take NCLEX. Happy to report, he came through. And as of, what was it, last year, Mr. Cook? As of last year, an offer was made to every single graduate. So if you guys don't get an offer, give me a call and I will call them. But just a tremendous congratulations. Education is the future of the Virgin Islands. If we don't get it right, it's going to be our demise. So let's take our hats off to Dr. Hall. I'm definitely going to miss your leadership. You have been a wonderful president, and I hope that whoever follows in his footsteps will do the same to be an advocate for education in the Virgin Islands and be a strong advocate for education, higher education on the island of St. Croix. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Ville. At this time, before we do a little groundbreaking, we are going to call on our Lieutenant Governor representing Government House to offer his remarks. I'm afraid to say brief anymore.
I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to President Hall and to his family, to the members of the 35th Legislature, beginning with its president, Senator Novell Francis, Senators Maurice James, Senator Frankie Johnson, Senator Diane Capehart, and of course former Senator Ville. I see a few members of the Governor's Cabinet as well, and a few members of the President's Cabinet as well, and I welcome the faculty and the staff and students of the University of the Virgin Islands. As I was thinking about what I would reflect on this morning, this afternoon, I thought about what significance an idea represents. And in the 30th legislature, in which I served with Senator Capehart, we had this conversation about a medical school initiated by Dr. Hall, and with the idea that to deal with recruiting doctors and having doctors in our community, the fact that many people stay where they're educated, and the greater chance of us having doctors and other dedicated medical professionals in our community would be greatly advanced by having a medical school at the University of the Virgin Islands. And I think the entire legislature at that time supported the idea. And so when you walk the campus on St. Croix, as we did this afternoon, and saw the state-of-the-art technology, and I'm sorry, I wanted to greet our Board of Trustees representative, Dr. Roba, and saw the quality of the technology that we witnessed this morning, to see that transformation of an idea. And there's a great idea, circulating as well. And there have been several groundbreakings that have been taking place. Last Saturday, we did the groundbreaking of the Charlotte Kimmelman Cancer Institute on the island of St. Thomas. Cancer is a leading cause of death in the Virgin Islands. And we had the cardiac center at the Wang F. Louis Hospital, heart disease, the leading cause of death for women in this country. And here we are also preparing for 2 state-of-the-art facilities in the Virgin Islands. And we are poised, as much as we have people in our community talking about what we do not do, we are poised to have a quality healthcare system in the territory with these facilities at our disposal that will be critical in addressing the health needs of the people of the Virgin Islands, as well as the health needs of our neighbors in the Caribbean, who have no facilities that will be comparable to the ones that we will be creating here. If you listen to any of the testimony of the Senate when we're discussing the insurance policy for the government employees of the Virgin Islands, which is almost $200 million at this point, we're always talking about how much of our expense for medical care leaves this territory and how we enrich facilities in our neighboring islands of Puerto Rico, as well as Florida, and where else our people go to have health care. It is an incredible amount of money. And if we can retain even a percentage of that money to direct and advance the care of people in our territory, we will all be enriched by it. And I want to thank each person here. I want to thank Senator Vialé. I want to thank all of the other members of the legislature. And I particularly also want to thank President Hall, because these ideas about how we advance the health of the residents of our community, they begin at one place, and then with the building of support for these ideas, we come to see the concrete realization of these ideas in action. And I'm so happy to have been a part of these advancements as a senator. And if Governor Bryan was here, he would also pledge his support as well as we continue to advance healthcare facilities, but teaching facilities as well. And yes, they all are a big piece, small pieces of a big undertaking. And the reference to free tuition, it was my bill, but the senators of the 32nd legislature, Senator Vialé, Senator Francis were there, that said money should not be a barrier to any person in our community who desires a college education. And so all of these are critical pieces that I'm pleased to see coming together as we now undertake to break ground for this facility, which will continue to improve the lives of our people, the healthcare of our people in the Virgin Islands. So I thank you all for the work that you do, particularly to the faculty of our School of Nursing and the faculty of this university. You're doing great and wonderful things for our community, and by extension, where they will go to any part of the world and enhance the care of people everywhere. So thank you so very much.
So we did go over more than 2, but but you guys saw me consult with President Hall, right? So, all right, so at this time, we are going to go and do the first round of groundbreaking. So if you're not called in the first round and you do have closed-toe shoes, we could call you in the second one or the third one. We have hats. We have 10 hats. And we also have wipes. It has like a little plastic insert. So once the hats come back, you can take a wipe and clean it and use it for the second person. So at this point, I'm going to ask those of you who were called to please go over by Ms. Dyer, collect a hat and a shovel. There's a little entry right there where it says danger. So right before the danger, and then you're going to come back, okay? You're going to come back, and right in front of the sign that says, come in soon, I want you to stand there with the shovel. You see the dirt there. So we're going to start with our president, Dr. David Hall, with Lieutenant Governor Roach, Senate President Francis. He was busy taking pictures. Former Senator Vialet, Commissioner of Health, Vice Chair Roebuck. Looking at your shoes. DSR Contractor, Renee Diadamo Architect. Oh, she has her own hat, so that means there's one more spot. VP Lake King. Yes, I do have him. Dr. Hall says I must call you, but I just want you to see I had you, okay? Dr. Harry Williams, President of TMCF. Okay, and that means, and myself. Give me 1 second.
Could you come over here?
Everybody looking this way. Heads up. Smiling faces. Right there. Okay, let's dig down and grab some dirt. And we're going to throw them on my count. 1. Wait 1 second. There you go. Hefty, hefty, hefty. 5, 4, 3, 2. Throw that dirt.
I just want to say a few words of thanks. You know how many people who have been here and made this possible. And though Senator Vialet and others talked about my advocacy and me sending documents to them with costs associated with it, but I can't do any of that without the support of our board. And so I want to thank our vice chair, who is sitting in for the entire board, for that consistent support, because it's important. But as I said earlier today, these events today have been a combination of individuals on this campus, like Ms. Narita Washington, who has oversight over security and physical plant and other types of areas that came to bear to make this happen. Our student affairs leader, our new student affairs leader, Dr. Georges, for their work in making all of this happen. But you really have to understand the important role that the President's office, Ms. Una Dyer, Jessica Laplace, and so many others play in pulling all of this together. We had a keynote speech earlier with Dr. Williams. We had a tour of the Simulation Center, and now we've had a groundbreaking. I had to attend another meeting, and all I had to do was say, Ms. Dyer, make it happen. And as you can see, working collectively with so many others, we have made it happen. And that is the spirit of UVI. We get it done because we believe in these students and we believe in a brighter future. And so I just, from the depths of my heart, want to thank all of the team members who make this type of day possible. I was taught that if you have a special guest who you bring to your house, you give them an opportunity to say a few words. So Dr. Williams, I'd like for you to come up and just, you've heard this concept brief, but coming from the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, our senators need to know him and to know his advocacy for HBCUs and especially public HBCUs. So much of what our students have benefited from, so much of what this university has benefited from is because of his advocacy. So if you could give us a few brief words, and then we will do the other rounds of groundbreaking. Dr. Williams.
Dr. Hall, I take my orders from my wife, and she said brief, real brief. So I'm saying it publicly. I'm just saying it publicly. This has been an incredible day to see the whole entire community together and to see action, transformation, action. Dr. Hall is one incredible leader. We at the Thurgood Marshall College Fund honored Dr. Hall in 2015 as the HBCU President of the Year. Yes. And that is an award we don't take lightly because we identify those leaders that are transformational, those leaders who deny themselves for others and provide the leadership to make that place where they're located better. And that's what Dr. Hall has done for the last 14 years here at UVI. And I'm honored to be here with you today. I'm honored to be a part of this event. At the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, we get up every single day focused on what can we do to continue the legacy of one of the greatest Supreme Court justices to ever walk on this planet, Justice Thurgood Marshall. And I can tell you today, he would be very proud to know that we're still removing barriers to help our students to move forward. Congratulations and thank you for this opportunity.